Hey everybody, I hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to another Gate of the Gods episode here in Siralim Ultimate. First, something I should mention is that as I promised in between episodes, I rolled the Goblet of Trials. Just a minor detail, I just wanted to point it out, just because, if anything noteworthy happens off screen, I will mention it. And that seems like the kind of detail I should mention, if only to put you guys at ease and confirm that I have not forgotten. Because sometimes, often, quite a few times, I've forgotten to roll it, and as a result have needlessly missed out on progress at the Goblet of Trials. The other thing for this episode is, just as a final confirmation, we are going to take down Muse. And after reading extensively on the forums, or as extensively as I could, since this game is still kind of obscure, I have decided that I'm not going to try to beat Muse with the party that I'm using for the build. Again, I've linked the main build that I'm using. I'm forgetting the name of the user. It's got like letters and numbers in it, but the numbers are meant to be read as letters. That's all I remember about the username. But if you click on the link in the description, it'll take you directly to the guide. And the guide mentions that with the build that this guide uses at higher levels, the Muse fight becomes very much luck-based, and sometimes you just die, because they debuff you and then they kill you. And it's a bad time. Now, again, I should mention that I'm not holding myself to the same limitations that the guide is. So I think the guide functions in two ways. It gives you a single party that you can use to kill all of the gods without modification. But also, the guide doesn't phrase it like this, but I kind of see it this way. Like, it's a challenge, right? Like, is there a single thing that can deal with every single god? And that's a pretty big challenge. And at least for version 1.0, the guide does put together something that will beat all of the gods, although some of them will end up requiring luck. However, we are no longer in version 1.0. We are in version 1.1, 1.1.1, or 111, however you want to phrase it. And one thing that has happened is the Muse fight is now a lot more difficult because there are, I think, new minions. Either the new minions were introduced in the game, in the patch, or they were already there and they're now part of the Muse fight. Like the greater demons, I believe, are a source of trouble. Is that a lot of the old ways that people had to take Muse out by forcing their party to deal self-damage, those are no longer applicable, right? So that's a bit of an issue. And so I have a limited number of keys. In fact, we're gonna have to farm more keys to fight the rest of the gods. So keys are a very precious commodity. Out of our 424 keys, I don't want to waste like potentially dozens of them trying to kill Muse if it's a already luck-based fight that has now been made more difficult by the patches introduced. So how are we going to deal with this? Well, first thing we're going to do is we are going to change my specialization back to the Evoker, which is what we had been using for the Gate of the Gods. And we still have all 6 of our creatures. That's great. However, we are going to deposit all of our creatures. I don't want to remove my spell gems. I don't want to remove my artifacts. I want to leave them. I will just deposit them so that I have an empty party. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to... first of all, let me withdraw any unfused mimics that I have. So these are fused, and this is in my this one is in my party. This one is in the Evoker party. So let's withdraw this mimic. He's not in any party, nor is this mimic. Pandora, I'm gonna leave behind, because we don't really need the Pandora traits. We mainly just need mimics, and in fact, I'm gonna summon one more mimic, right? Let's go ahead and do it. I should have been summoning more mimics as I'd been going, because one thing I've been wanting to do is to build a party that's just 6 mimics. Just for the fun of it. And right now we only have 3 mimics, so the next time I beat a mimic in combat, we should get some of the mana needed to summon it again. But honestly, 3 mimics might be enough. Because what we are going to use is, this strategy is going to be based on a Reddit post, and I'm going to link to the Reddit thread. Now the trouble with obviously linking to forums is that people can always just take down their comments like years later for like some of the guides that I've been relying on that were based on for other games that were based on Reddit posts. I'd like saved the links and going back to it, like for I think one of them was for like a divine divinity or something, and then I went back years later and it was a really good guide, but the poster had just taken it down, and I was like, why? But I mean, you're within your rights, I guess, to take down something you've posted, but that's a bit of a problem. What I might do is I might take a screenshot, or you know what, I'll in the description I'll just include the text, like why make things more complicated than they need to be. Like if I put a screenshot up on the screen, you might not be able to like, you know, highlight text or, you know, like copy and paste it easily. So I'll just include either the whole comment or just like a text summary, and then you know, whatever. That's something for me to deal with post you know, this video. But for now, the strategy that they suggests or it rests on a couple things. First of all, we need to buy a very specific spell called Fermented Hops. We're gonna spend 2,000 notoriety, and now that spell is ours. We can craft it. Also, this part of it isn't in the build, but what I'm also gonna do is I'm gonna go to my anointments and Deadly Calm. We're not really bothering with, like, we don't really care about enemies provoking. That was just something specific to the Gonfurion fight that we were dealing with. Instead, we are going to get a Brewmaster anointment, and I'm so glad I had the foresight to pick this up when it showed up. I was like, surely being able to cast booze spells manually might be important. Now what I'll do is I'll go to the person who crafts our spell gems. Let's craft, I don't know, like 3 spells of Fermented Hops, which is a death spell. And let's read its description. Enemies with Blighted are healed, and if they're not Blighted, they're given Blighted. So let's get, you know, 3 gems of those, and let's upgrade those 3 gems. And let's put some enchantments on them. So more charges. I don't think more charges are going to be important. This is going to be one of those things where we either win instantly or it won't work at all. Chance to twice, chance to cast twice absolutely has to happen. Generous, because why not? Healing increased might make it so that we can kill them in 2 casts of this spell. And I'm just gonna make cast twice. What was the other thing? I was like generous because why not? And healing increased. And finally, the same thing here. Now I'm gonna equip these. Or, I mean... there's a big problem, is that this is a death class spell and we have sorcery class creatures. So there are a couple ways we can deal with this. We can either fuse our creatures and make them death class, or we can change our specialization or equip some evoker specialization that allows us to, that removes some of the class restrictions. But the easiest and most basic way is simply, let's get rid of the generous because it was something that was like a bonus anyway, and let's turn these into sorcery spells. Mimic is a sorcery creature, right? Or is, oh, I think it might be a chaos. It's a chaos creature. Never mind. My Mimic in my animator party is a sorcery creature, but this one is or these ones are chaos. So we're gonna have to we're gonna have to deal with that. All right. Chaos. And now we can equip these spell gems. And let's just go ahead and do that. What I'm gonna do now might seem odd. Is with this very party with 3 mimics, 2 of whom are still level 1, like out of the tens of thousands of levels we could gain, they are still level 1. With an incomplete party, unfused level 1 creatures, I'm gonna go into this Muse fight just because I need to see what happens. I've never tested this technique before. And, like, in front of you, I'm kind of making this build from scratch. So what happens if we simply... like, do we just die instantly? Like, do we get to... we do get to act. And when we get to act, when you cast Fermented Hops, does that... okay, that wasn't the... damage that I was hoping for, and we are instantly dead. Okay. We are instantly dead. Ah, that's a bit surprising. That... okay, so let me... level my mimics up. Just... oh no, leveling isn't gonna work, but that's not how the Gate of the Gods works. That's not how the gate would go. Leveling isn't gonna help. Only, So how... So let me go to my battle history and see what exactly happened. Is there something in this that is causing them to not take self-damage? Is there some... Okay, so clear, I wasted some time leveling them, but like that's not gonna be a help. So how... Let me look at my list of anointments. And what was the name of the specialty? A blight is the specialty of Shadowbringer. Enemies always have blighted. Now what I'm disappointed about is why did they, when they're supposed to take 35% of their maximum health, were they not taking... Like, was there something wrong with the percentage? And what... I could start fusing my mimics, but what can I do to make this work? Let me take a look. Let me take a look at this. What am I missing? Okay, so Siralim, Muse. How do you kill? How do you... Fuck off. Oh my god. Yeah, how do you... Oh my god, come on. Oh man, okay, let's... So, like, why isn't this working? Hang on. I need to... Okay, what is... the problem? So how... Unfortunately, the post hasn't gone into detail about exactly what their fermented hops build is. So it's a speckless fermented hops build, apparently. Oh man, okay, so, like, I have no idea. Okay, let's see. I think, okay, I think we're gonna have to craft a whole bunch more of these spells. Fermented hops. I'm gonna try something. Well, I mean, first we've got to upgrade them. Because we were doing some damage, but just not enough. And it might be that we're just not casting enough of them. Now let me go to my bestiary, because a different user, not even the one that suggested the fermented hops build, suggested a wisp. Now there's... the Wisp Watcher. Alright. Let's summon a Wisp Watcher, and if necessary, we will get more of them. But but the Wisp is like, we're gonna have to change the it's a life type. We're gonna have to change the oh, what am I talking about? The spell class. So let me go to my creatures, unequip that. Come on. Unequip. Unequip. Alright. Now, let's fuse my Mimic number 1 with my Wisp Watcher. Let's see if this does anything. But now we're gonna have to give it like, oh god, we're gonna have to give it 5. We'll even level it up. Because why not? Now we're gonna have to give it 5 charges of that spell. So go to enchant. Well, actually, no. Let's first disenchant the Chaos class swap. And now let's enchant. First of all, cast twice. Life and more healing. Cast twice. Life, more healing. Cast... Or we can just put life directly. And now, go to manage spell gems. And we just throw down these ferment. Where are the rest of them? What? Oh. What? I can't equip more of the same spell gem. No, that's not good. I can't equip multiples of the same spell. That's a bit of a problem. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna have to go... See, like, is there a spell that casts... So he is... The person in this build is describing a spell that casts the first spell for your entire team. Your other creatures cast the spell gem in their first slot, then those spell gems are sealed. Okay. Okay, so one thing I'm gonna say, like, will it cast this one spell 5 times, or will it just cast it once? Because one person was suggesting this wisp, and it might just be that this won't work, but I need to see. I need to see. It's worth spending a few keys, even though we're not gonna win, coming up with a strategy that is for sure definitely gonna work. What? Oh, I've got to wait for it to take its turn. Oh, you've got no spell gems equipped. What? Defend? Just, I guess. So... That didn't, sadly didn't do anything. Maybe... What... Okay, so what I've learned from this is... We are going to have to swap back to the animator and farm out more of these wisps. So let me... Oh god, let me do this. And maybe this is not going to be a Gate of the Gods episode. Maybe this is just going to be let's get ready for the next Gate of the Gods episode. So, if I change to the animator, it should have all my stuff. And let's just see where it is that we can find wisps. So, wisps are in the something, the Bastion of the Void. Yes. And you know what? I'll even roll myself a nice item bonus. This is gonna be what we're doing this episode. We are gonna be just running the Bastion of the Void, trying to get some more of these wisps acquired. And if we're lucky, we might even find some mimics. But mimics, we're gonna have to find in the Arachnid Nest. That's a good place to look for mimics. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do this episode. We're not gonna try to fight Muse. I'm gonna try to put together this party, and then next episode, I'll see what I can do. So we need 5 of those. Oh, hey. Hey, this as well. We get to fight several masters at once. Can we just punch you to death? Nah, we've got to take this seriously. Okay. So, entangle some roots. Clayman, and maybe now try this. And now we're doing substantially more damage. Let's do another Clayman. And now you're dead. That is victory number 6 against you. The mythic... 2 different Mythicant Masters are now up against us. So once again, let's try some entangling roots. I think there's one spell that if I am understanding how it'll work, could blow this wide open. Because basically the problem is we need to figure out how to cast this one spell a whole lot of times. But, okay, I'm thinking about too many things. I need to focus, Ali, focus. So we've given up on this being a Gate of the Gods episode. This is going to be a different kind of episode, where we are. Well, let's do a blank slate as well, if we have. I mean, of course we have it, but where is it? Where is it? Yeah, seriously, where's my blank slate? Have I gotten rid of it somehow, or... Oh no, I lost my extra spells, didn't I? Or did I even have extra spells? Anyway. Yeah, whoever had blank slate has lost it, because it must have been an extra spell. Well, that's my animatus had blank slate and then lost it. That's probably why. Well, that's kind of annoying, but you know what? Oh yeah, you've lost almost all your spells. Shit. Okay, how are we gonna... This is really annoying. But whatever. Just do this, I guess. I mean, this is really annoying. Oh god. You even lost Finger of Death. All we need to do is kill these two guys, and then we don't have to worry about master fights anymore. Because then we can come back and fight these guys properly. But one problem is that, actually no, can't we do indirect damage and kill them that way? That's the wrong spell. I wanted to do Entangling Roots. Anyway. Feign Death. There we go. And then just do Clayman again. And just do Wormhole, give you another turn. And the Rapid Fatigue is setting in as well. There we go. Get lost. And that's another master killed. And a whole lot of chests, but with nothing in them. Alright. Oh, the chest is cursed. So this is what we're gonna do. It might take a couple episodes to do what I am planning. Because not only do we need more of those wisps, but we also need more mimics to fully flesh out my party. And even though we can only cast fermented hops once, if we're using the wisp strategy, we can have other spells that heal, you know, the entire like everybody on the battlefield, right? It doesn't have to be just healing the battlefield, like just healing the enemies. Spells that also heal us are also fine, unless there's some reason that God, enemies have extra health and extra defense, and a chance to resist damage, which is kind of annoying, but you know, that's fine. Anyway. And hey, look at that, we get a nether stone. And another nether stone with a with a trait. Lagopus. Alright, what is this? Is this a good trait? Stat manipulating. I mean, that's interesting, but it's one of those luck-based situations that might not apply. Okay, so there are going to be two stages to this process. This is going to be like a quasi-normal episode. Yes, we're going to do normal realms. Yes, we're going to be on high instability. Yes, we're going to be looking for other loot. But the purpose of this episode is going to be, we are going to try to get five instances of man, what? Why didn't any of your like AoE spells trigger? That was annoying. We didn't find the wisp that we were looking for. We need the scheming wisp specifically. Alright, well, clearly this isn't working, so let's do a Clayman. And now let's do this. Okay, much better. I should have been doing this the whole time. Okay, so it goes without saying, we're not going to be doing candle farming, because we are on a mission this episode. A very specific mission to get a specific thing accomplished. Alright. I think we can make it happen. We just need to be intelligent about how we do it. Yeah, we'll do this, and then do this. Alright. We need to find those wisps, though. That's the whole point of coming into this realm. If we don't find them, then we just gotta hope that one of those wisps is in here. Otherwise, we're in for a bad time. Was it one of these guys? It was Wisp Watcher. There we go. So we can summon another one of those. Yeah, and that's just what we're gonna do. That's just what we're gonna do. So we wasted 2 keys just experimenting at the Gate of the Gods. And that's fine. If it helps us come up with a strategy that can win every time, that isn't dependent on... that doesn't get negatively affected by the boss getting higher and higher levels in the later levels of that fight. And if we can just guarantee that we will win every time, then the fact that it took 42 instead of 40 won't be that bad, as opposed to going in with a with an unreliable build where where we spend 70 keys, you know, to get those 30 wins. You know, it's all about the long term. Yep, I don't mind lightening your load. And because you are on a mission with a laser-like focus, I'm gonna resist the urge to do any extra farming. I will still explore realms fully because of stuff like this. I do love finding cards, and now you just found a free card. You know? Always happy to do that. Kind of makes up for the farming that we're not going to be doing, because we gotta do things like this. So what we'll do is we've got to summon this wisp before we go back. We got to summon this, sort by new, summon this wisp watcher, and then we need 4 more of these. And here's another thing, is that isn't there a life spell called Utopia that heals everybody? Equal to 100% the amount they're missing, right. Is there a thing that heals everybody? All creatures recover a large amount of health. Is there anything else that does percentage healing? Maybe, I mean, that could be interesting if we can cast it on our enemies. Okay, our creatures, is there any blight-related thing? What's that? Moderate. We need, like, percentage. I mean, we already have this. Alright. What was it? Poison and blighted. Let me also take a look at my... So it was Shadowbringer. We can change our specialty to Shadowbringer, because there's some blight synergies here. Enemies always have blighted could help us do a little bit of damage early on, and World Breaker could help us kill quicker. Is there a Defiler? No, is there like, is this the only, is that the only thing, the only specialization that does things with blight? Because we might have to just resort to that. Anyway, let's do something about your empty spell gems. Blank slate. Playman. Finger of Death? Finger of Death. Greater Dispel. And what was the final one? I don't know. Defile. No, not even Defile. Mutagen, maybe? Like, the last one doesn't really matter. It really doesn't matter. Whatever. Let's just get... It really does. I don't know why I'm bothering with this so much. Right, so we summoned a wisp. Right, we need to do this 4 more times. There we go. And we've got a false god. You know what? Since we need to summon mimics as well, I will fight this false god in the arachnid nest. Because if at all possible, I would like to have 6 mimics doing that. Alright. What? I don't know why my mimic wasn't working properly. Anyway, these guys are dead. What's going on in this realm? Not a lot. Not a lot. Yeah, we'll give the boss a chance to avoid damage. That's not too bad. What? Yeah, don't attack the one guy that's immune. Do they have Resurrect on Death? Because what's going on? They do have Resurrect on Death. Okay. Alright. Yeah, let's give him 3 buffs at the start of battle. Why not? We would really like to get a mimic out of those. Ooh, hey, one of these realms. Oh man, the Resurrect on Death is gonna make the Caliban fight so annoying. Because he already has, like, resurrection gimmicks going on. He already has that garbage going on, and now it's gonna be... I mean, it depends. It might... It really depends on how it interacts with what he already has. There we go, there's a mimic. And it looks like it's the special... it's got the... Fuck off, man. What? Ugh, these tremors are so annoying, man. Oh, man. You know, fuck off. And, whatever. That's really annoying. That's really, really irritating. Alright, come on. You know what? We can... he's blighted. Fucking time walk him to death. Oh no! Oh no! We need to kill like 5 mimics before we're able to summon a new mimic. Oh no. Oh, no, not even 5. Right, okay. This is gonna be a... So I might have to put Muse on hold while we're assembling this other party. Well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it goes. We'll just have to see how it goes. Sure, I'll make you immune to indirect damage. That just means we're gonna have to kill you directly. Make you immune to attack damage as well, why not? We'll just kill you with spells. Okay. I really should have been summoning more mimics as I was going along, but I was foolish. Yeah, and these tremor traits are also kind of annoying. Alright, yeah, I'll take another 20%. There we go. Also, let me see how long this episode's been going, because it's already almost an hour. Oh, there's a treasure golem. That's a good sign. So what I think I will do is irritating. What I think I'll do is I'll modify my 3 mimic party. And I will see, like, does this... Oh god, that's annoying. I'll see, like, does this... Like, does this strategy have any sort of a chance at working? Like, any sort of a chance at all? And the answer to that question might well be no. I don't actually want to even use my spells. What? Hang on. Man, fuck this. Oh. Oh, fuck this nonsense. Is there less indirect damage or something? Man, this is really annoying. Like, what is stopping my spells from being cast? Oh, this is so annoying. Are you... Like, are you actually serious right now? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, what is actually going on? Like, every single thing I'm doing is getting interrupted. Like, what? Spell interrupted, attack interrupted. I literally cannot do anything. Like, I literally cannot do anything at all because anything I do is being interrupted. Like, there we fucking go. Like, fuck off. Fuck off and die, you pieces of garbage. Oh my god. Alright. You know what? Just... Fuck it. Just... I want to be done with this round because the creatures that they're fused with are really, really bad. And it's really messing with my head a lot. Right, we got to deal with some of these nemesis creatures that are popping up. Oh my god. This interruption of my actions is really upsetting. It's tremendously upsetting. Alright. Oh my god. Okay, at least we got the attack landed. There we go. And at least we can potentially find multiple mimics per run. Oh my god. Just kill these guys, dude. It's still gonna be... Ah, fucking stop, dude. It's still gonna be annoying. What? Just kill these guys, dude. There we go. It's... Okay, there we go. The portal has appeared, which means that at least we should be able to... Yeah, there we go. We should be able to take the false god down. Faraway Enclave is Lister. Yeah. Okay. That, I think, has spawned another nemesis creature. Yeah, let's just deal with the false god right now. Yeah, whatever. We can only kill you with spells. You're not fused. Alright. I would have liked to have an Archangel Blessing, but didn't quite get that. So let's just, I don't know, do this. Again, would have been nice to get an Archangel. Let's do some entangling roots and okay, I guess we need to be even stronger. Alright, now you do wormhole. Now do Finger of Death. And they should just instantly die. The last... Oh man, this is gonna make this fight so much worse. It's gonna make this fight so much worse. Because each stage of this now is gonna have this whole annoying business of the things coming back. And at least they're dying, but not enough of them. Some of them are just like resisting damage, or I don't know, something irritating is happening. What? See, like, why did you? Okay, man, I don't even know. That's annoying, but at least we killed it. Stupid fight because of the resurrection. But that's okay. And we get something out of you. That's interesting. I mean, we could... Let's just take Arcane Fortitude. And what is our heaping treasure? Is it anything good? No, it's just Nature Guild rep and a bunch of knowledge. And then there's this. Okay. And there's still a treasure golem to take down. Right, we'll okay, man, these realm enemies are really starting to piss me off. You can't cast spells, you can't attack. I mean, obviously there are ways of fighting enemies that don't involve either of those forms of damage, but it's still against regular trash mobs. It's not. This feels like it's beneath me. Here's a dumpling. Oh god. Why are you running away? There we go. Are you serious? Why are you so tanky? You know what? Let's just time walk you to death. Because... Oh my god, are you fucking kidding? Cast it on the... The resurrect on death is really irritating. Oh, he's not... He isn't blighted anymore now that he's resurrected. That's so obnoxious. Alright. Fucking whatever. Do this. I just killed the guy. Get some treasure out of that treasure chest. And we can, let's do this intelligently. There we go. And there's nothing special in that, treasure golem's treasure anyway. Right, so now... Right, now we're done. Now what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna see if my proof of concept... The thing that I have, the idea that I have in my head, I'm gonna see if there's any merit to that. But first, I've got to go back to the castle. And if there is merit to this idea, then we'll spend next episode fleshing it out. But if it feels like I've not... like, if I'm not feeling confident, then I'll just pull the plug on this whole thing. So what I'm gonna do is, first of all, I'm going to transform back into the Evoker. because I realized I did not save this party. I'm gonna save the triple mimic party. I mean, I would hope to get more mimics eventually, but let me go to manage groups. Oh yeah, assign. And I'm going to rename this. I'm going to call it the Muse party. Partay. Where is it? Oh, not Patty. Partay. Let's call it the Partay. The Muse Partay. And I spelled Muse incorrectly. You know what? I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna leave it. The Muse Partay. That's how. That's how crazy I've gotten. Alright, so let's fuse you with another Wisp Watcher. And now there's a thing we can... What was the name of that spell? Forbidden Unity. Your creatures cast the spell gem in their first slot. Then those gems are sealed. And it has 1 charge. And here's one thing I'm gonna have to do is I'm going to forge just 6 pairs of boots. That might be too many boots, but whatever. I'm going to, oh, I don't even have 6 in my party right now, but again, this is just a proof of concept thing. Okay. And let's socket some... Oh, we're gonna have to upgrade them first, alright. Alright. I will even give them nether slots. Like, just in case. I'm sure out of our many trait nether stones, one of them might be useful. Alright. Now socket into the trick slot. Spells are more potent, maybe? No, the pump drill to get spell slots into all of them. hang on a second. I don't need to fuse my mimics with the Wisp Watchers. I could have just equipped a trait on their item. Alright, that's something to consider. Alright, pump drill. And now... So... Let me go to the bestiary. Let's find the Wisp Watcher. Watcher Phylactery, alright. Into the first one. Watcher Phylactery. Right. So that's one thing. Other thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change my specialization to Shadowbringer, and that will have taken away all my anointments. That's fine, but it's kept my party. That's the important thing. So now I'm gonna go to the well, first of all, I'm going to go to my perks, and I'm gonna take those blighted things. Enemies take more damage from blighted. You gotta take that. After your creatures... Okay, that doesn't really help. We'll take that. That way they'll be blighted from the get-go. After an enemy casts a spell, it gains mending. Minor... Okay, that could be good. But we don't want the enemies to take their turn. We want to kill them. This could help us. This could help us stack the damage a little bit quicker. I don't know what ill fate means. That, I don't think we need that. Alright. Now, if we go to our anointments, which are all still empty, we're gonna need the Brewmaster anointment, the handshake, and what else? This could be pretty important. This, like, how will we even get enough casts for this to be relevant? I think this is more of a if the battle goes long kind of situation. Let's look at the... What else? Maybe Cleric? Like, stronger healing? Now this is dealing more damage. Now that doesn't really help us. Alright, so... we had Soothing Breeze as well. That was part of our... Okay, no, massive amount of health. There's nothing... Hang on. Is there anything... Let me just look. What spells are they that do damage as a percentage of maximum health? Fermented hops is the only one that I'm seeing. All creatures, you know. Fermented hops feels like it's the only one. So it really does feel like this is the only one. But there's one other thing that we can do. Actually, no, no, there isn't, because it would seal the spell gem. So there's a spell called Forbidden Unity. Your creatures cast the first spell gem in their slot, then those spell gems are sealed. So... well, first of all, creature... wait, no, manage spell gems. No, I think you can equip another fermented hops. And let's disenchant. Let me also look at traits. Trait list. Is there a thing where I can cast multiple spells, or cast spells multiple times? Before this creature dies, it casts 3 of its spells. Man, there are a lot of these traits. Like, there's 225 pages of... sorry, no, 200... like, about 10 pages, but 235 traits that all deal with casting somehow. Alright. So this is research that I'm going to do in between episodes, but for now, let's just stay with this. We got Brewmaster's Handshake. And, like, surely there's something we can take. Like, enemies take more damage from their allies? Is that a thing that helps us? Bafflement? Maybe? No. Immune to confused? No, that's not a thing. No. I mean, burn their corpses. Oh, but we don't have any way to consistently have them be burning. Chance to dodge? I mean, sure. Stuff like this could give us like more turns, but I don't think that's how we want to win. I think we want to try and win on turn 1. Now, what we were seeing with the last fight was we did some damage, but not enough. What I'm gonna try to do is hang on. I'm gonna do something a little bit funky. So I'm gonna unequip it. I'm gonna equip it on the second slot. And I'm gonna have to make some changes to this as well, because if this works in any sort of capacity, then we can have some sort of a okay, so what I need to do is I need to craft some spells of astral dimension, which I believe is yeah, and it's got a ton of charges. Only 3 so far, and let me upgrade them. Where are they? There. Oh, we're gonna have to give them oh, sorry, no, we're gonna have to give them life transformations for a couple of them. And then one of them is gonna be a chaos transformation. And then everybody's going to equip. Because I'm hoping that when we cast the 5 spells, that they are cast in this order. Astral Dimension Fermented Hops. And we go to Disenchant one of these from the life and go to Enchant this with a what? No, that was the wrong one. Oh, it's now a death spell again, so I gotta find it there. Give the chaos transformation. Alright, now go to creatures, go to manage spell gems. And that's fine. Now, what was the name of that Forbidden Unity? Something Unity. Forbidden Unity is a nature spell. It's a standard spell. That should just be in our list. Indeed it is. Your creatures cast the spell gem in their first slot, then those gems are sealed. So we need 3 of these. And now I mean, I guess we can upgrade it, but it feels like the kind of thing that it doesn't really matter because it's never gonna have more than one charge. And it doesn't really matter what we put on it because it itself isn't doing anything. It's causing some other spell to do something, and I don't think anything we put on this would transfer to that spell. And certainly, like, casting twice wouldn't help because the gem would be sealed. Unless there's a thing that prevents gems from being sealed. Which is an interesting idea. Let me see. Is there a trait that prevents spell gems from being sealed? There's a trait called the Vile Carrot. Only Scourge spells cannot be sealed. Gem Cutter, but I don't think that's a trait material that we can get. And that's only for ultimate spells anyway. If all the creatures in your party are spell mains, they are immune to silenced, and no spell gems can be sealed. However, we would have to do some trickery because we need the creatures to be mimics. We would have to do something like tricking it into thinking it's a different type of creature. So that doesn't work. I don't think there's any blanket thing that we can do that'll just prevent our spell gems from being sealed. I don't think that's a thing. But what I can do is I can enchant these, make one chaos, two of them are life. And so what I can do now is I can yeah, okay. I'm gonna equip this in slot 6. Now I hope it counts the empty slots, meaning I hope it only casts the spells in this specific order. Because if it doesn't, then that'll mean we're gonna need to have some filler spells to prevent this from to keep it from overshooting. So now if I go back into the Muse fight, at level 12. Oh god, at level 12. How is this gonna work? Also, how long has this episode gone? Nearly an hour and a half. And a lot of it has just been messing around. Alright, let's see. Okay, so let's take a look at what happened. Took no damage from Blight. Took 0 damage. Then they started taking like a small amount of damage. Then they gained Shelled. Alright. I skipped a turn. I messed up. You've already cast Forbidden, so it's not working properly. All right. But that looks promising. That looks promising. If I hadn't wasted a turn... If I hadn't wasted a turn, we could have... I don't know if we got them past halfway. But if we hadn't wasted a turn, we could have done some good damage. Alright, so what are we gonna do? Let's think about this, right? Let's So, we don't have any other mimics. But what can we put in our party that could help? A god, perhaps? Maybe there's a god that can help. Let's think about this. Enemies always... Okay, yeah, that's a thing. Alright. What do you mean by a random powerful spell? And also does... Oh, this is my Venodon. I was like, why does this guy have two traits? This sounds like a good thing. This sounds like a good thing. All right, let's get that. Let's put Reclusa into our party, and let's even give Reclusa. You are what type of? You are a death type of creature. All right, let's give you another instance of fermented hops. Alright, let's see if this works. Whoa. Let's upgrade it first. Well, we already had one of those, so let's enchant it. Does magnetic? Would magnetic do anything? Maybe, but let's make a chance to cast twice. We don't need a transformation. Maybe more healing. Maybe magnetic could help. Alright, let's again go to our creatures. The what? New spell gem. No, actually go to creatures. Manage spell gem. Fermented hops. But that's the wrong one. That is the wrong one, and I need to unequip this. I need to put the proper one on. There we go. And you know what? Let's take another crack at this. I'm gonna see if we can make this work. Is there some way? I'm wasting keys, I know, but is there some way? Is my concept sound? Is what I'm interested in figuring out. All right. This is a bit of a problem. It's casting Astral Dimension multiple times. It's casting Astral Dimension multiple times. So maybe Forbidden Unity... isn't actually gonna be a way to... isn't actually gonna be a way... Hang on, why isn't Muse taking damage? Hang on. Fucking, are you serious? So... So basically, if they have that creature in their party, you just can't win, is the lesson that I'm getting. I'm gonna try this again. I'm gonna waste one more key, and I'm gonna try this again. I'm gonna waste a key to try this again. Alright, let me also take a look at... yeah, what does magnetic do? Increases the damage, but... or no, it increases the potency. Anyway, let me try this one more time. Okay, so they don't have that awful creature in their party this time. Okay. Well, there you fucking go. Fuck off. We've figured it out. We have figured it out. This is how you beat Muse. Or one way to beat Muse. With the Fermented Hops build. Is, you... oh! Ooh, this is a slightly tougher battle. Slightly tougher battle, but still. But still manageable. Alright. But still, if any of them take their turn, we're fucked. Right? Oh, are you serious? We're gonna lose? No, we're not. No, we're not gonna lose. We're gonna win. Right. Just one more time, just to prove that this is not a fluke. And this is with a very, very, very incomplete party. With a very incomplete party, we're still managing to take you out. Okay. So we figured it out. Alright. Now, I don't think there's gonna be any extra glory in making sure that we only ever kill Muse with 3 mimics in our party. I think that's a bit unnecessary, but at least we have our proof of concept. We have this done, and I'm not gonna spend another 2 hours fighting Muse. This episode has already gone very, very long. an hour and 40 minutes. Okay. But I'll put something in the video description about how this was a change of plans. And what I'm gonna do is, next episode, I think, we could just try and kill Muse like this. We could just try and do that. But I think it would be wise to have at least one more Mimic in our party. Or some sort of, or even just random random party members, like some sort of way of if we go to withdraw, like some other just to fill out the ranks and have a ooh, now that's actually not a bad that's not a bad thing to have in our party. A Sapphire Carbuncle to get like free spell charges. Oh, but we can give the Sapphire Carbuncle trait to the thing. All right. Anyway, so next, you know what? I might just try and kill Muse next episode. We'll see if I'm feeling frisky enough. We'll see. We could even do we could even do a trait launcher. And then do, like, at the start of each creature's turn, the creature gains a bunch of health. Trait launcher. And then extra thing for, yeah, that's a... Or just that they have mending. Oh, no, rapid regeneration. Rapid regeneration. Anyway, those are all ideas for the next episode. For now, I think it's time to bring this episode to a close. A very long, very strange episode, which started out with me correctly realizing that this boss fight is going to be a bit of an annoyance, building a special party to combat it, and then running into some issues. Partially, one major issue was we didn't have enough. We just simply didn't have enough mimics for our party. But that's a thing that we can rectify over the long term. Over the short term, I think I'm gonna try next episode to take a crack at Muse and see how far we can get. Whether we beat her 50 times is something to be determined, but for now, that is what I'm gonna try to do. And having done that, or we'll see how we get next episode. For now, though, I think I'm just gonna, let's also reflect on what we accomplished. We beat a false god, whatever, that was fun. We found one card in random loot, taking us to 4, 5, 7. So there was that as well. But yeah, next episode, we're gonna try and take Muse down with this 3 mimic party. And we'll spend about 10-15 minutes doing that. And if it doesn't work, we'll change it to another normal episode. All right, so that's the plan for the next episode. For now, I'm just gonna say thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. This episode was a mix of everything. It was theory crafting, it was regular realms, and then it was Gate of the Gods stuff. And you got to see a bit of the process of, like, how do you create a custom party that's actually suited for one thing and one thing only. But yeah, that's going to be all for this one. Hope you had a good time. Ooh, one last thing I need to do before I forget is I need to I'm gonna assign this to the Muse party because we now have Reclusa in our group as well. But yeah, that's gonna be all for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll join me for the next episode. One way or another, big things are gonna happen, right? So I'll see you then, and until then, take care.